naglagay po ng YouTube video, unang-unang nagbulaga sa amin was an online gaming advertising. That's so much so that the chairman of the Philippine Sports Commission stood up there and said, hindi amin yan ha, at hindi kay hidilin yan. Lumabas lang yan sa YouTube. Lumalabas sa YouTube and many other platforms, lumalabas yan. Maawa naman po tayo sa taong bayan. Pati yan, nagulat kami lahat, nagtawanan yung iba. Ako gusto kong umiyak. Kasi imbis na sports ang pinopromote natin, ang pinapakita sa television ay online gaming ad. So you know, Your Honor, it's a decision that we have to make if we're going to highly regulate it or ban it. If we highly regulate it, at the very least, you have to remove all the ads. If we do that for cigarettes, and we do that for e-cigarettes and cigarettes, we must do the same for online gambling. Remove all the ads and remove the platforms once and for all. Once and for all. Alam ko, kausap ko yung mga boss ninyo eh. GCash tsaka Paymaya. Mga kaibigan ko, mga boss ninyo. As a matter of fact, ninong ko nga yung sa Paymaya eh. Sa kasal. Kausap ko sila. Sabi niya, we're just waiting for the law. We need the legal cover for this. But on your own, you can do it. Kausap ko yung mga taga GCash. Matitino yung mga boss ninyo. They're decent people. As a matter of fact, ang sagot nila sa akin, if Paymaya does it, we will do it. Kasi syempre ayaw nilang silang gumawa at yung Paymaya kumita. It's a business transaction eh. Pero naawa lang talaga ako, Mr. Chairman. Sorry, I'm off my time. Pero I just don't want to lose my train of thought. You can do it if you want to. But it has to be, I know that you need legal backup. The Bangko Sentral of the Philippines can do it. The DICT can do it, especially for the illegal gambling platforms. Yung Pagcor, wala na akong pag-asa. I'm sorry ha. Wala si Altenco dito, is a good friend of mine. Pero wala na akong pag-asa sa inyo. Kasi kami noon, sinisigaw namin, ban Pogo. You did not want. Ang sabi nyo, magkakantang income namin sa legal Pogo. Buti na lang si President Marcos ban Pogo. Doon sa ibang gambling platforms, yung e-sabong, I know it's not under the purview of the Pagcor, but the e-sabong was had to be stopped by a presidential order also of then President Duterte. So, ako hindi na ako maasa sa Pagcor with due respect to Pagcor. Kasi, pati nga yung inyong, yung inyong labor organization, the Pagcor Employees Association, ayaw din sa online gambling. Siguro natamaan din sila sa online gambling amongst the ranks of Pagcor. Because we have the letters supported by your employees unions na ayaw din nila sa online gambling. So, I'm going to go another round, Mr. Chairman, because I'm going to ask on the online lending apps. Because these are nothing but loan sharks. There are legal apps that are good, but the rest are loan sharks. So, Mr. Chairman, I just like to leave that question in the minds of our people here, our resource persons. Is that how you want to be remembered? Na dahil tumaya ako sa GCash, hindi ako makabayad sa aking mga magulang, ako'y nagpakamatay. Nagbayad po akong Paymaya, naubos yung Paymaya ko. Hiwalay na kami sa asawa ko. Is that how we want to be remembered? And Pagcor, and all the other government regulatory agencies, when will it be too late for us to do something about it? Maraming salamat, Chairman. I'll just go on the second round.
All right, thank you very much, Senator Mix. For the record, Senator Ronaldo Bato de la Rosa submitted some questions to the committee. We will ask all concerned agencies to submit their answers in writing. Bibigyan po namin kayo ng kopya ng kanya pong mga questionnaires. Anyway, we move now to the e-wallets. Meron po ba kayong presentation, GCash and Payma? You have a presentation to make?
On the part of GCash, Your Honor, we have no presentation, but we want to state that GCash is a fully compliant company with OPS registration. We only onboard and support legitimate business entities. We have a zero tolerance for illegal activities, and accordingly, we employ a robust KYC and KYM protocol, Your Honor.
Thank you. What about Paymaya?
Morning, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. We welcome the committee's invitation to address the concerns around online gambling. To stress, we are a BSP-supervised financial institution that provides digital payment services to enterprises and consumers. We are engaged in digital payments, which is a highly regulated industry, Mr. Chair. We have customer due diligence processes for onboarding all of our clients across consumer and enterprise segments. We also have a due diligence process called the Know Your Customer KYC policy, and under this, only upgraded account holders can enjoy the complete services, such as sending money, withdrawal of funds, and higher transaction limits. Lastly, we want to stress that we enforce strict compliance with the laws, policies, regulations governing the company, and at the same time, we continue to advocate for customers and partners the responsible use of our platform and services. Rest assured that Maya has complied and will continue to comply with all government directives related to this matter. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Sa e-wallets po natin, may mga questions po si Senator Ontiveros and Senator Mix. Pero yung isa lang po yung question ko, yung concern ko po eh. Kasi even the illegal online sites are using your company. Can we prevent this? Is there a tool? Kasi lugi na nga po, marami na nalulung susugal, lugi pa po ang PAGCOR dahil hindi po sila nagbabayad sa PAGCOR. So, mayroon po ba, pinag-aaralan nyo na ba at this point how to distinguish yung legal or illegal? Kasi yun po nagiging problema natin. Kaya ang lakas-lakas na loob nitong 1xBet na ito. Pati yung online sabong pala, illegal pala yun. Doon sa Pampanga, illegal pala, nagagamit ito yung sites ninyo. So, meron po bang way or are you studying right now how to control this, to check kung yung pera na galing sa inyo na itataya po nila doon sa mga legit na mga online gaming sites? GCash.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ang GCash po ay nagpapatuloy i-monitor yung mga transactional behavior ng aming customers or merchants. At pag nag-violate sila ng aming risk protocols, sinususpendi po namin. As I've said, zero tolerance po ang GCash for illegal activities, Your Honor.
All right. What about you, Mr. Rada?
Mr. Chair, we stress that we only partner with PAGCOR licensed gambling operators, and we take our security very seriously. And when we see that our logo, our brand is being used by these illegal sites, we proactively take action. As a matter of fact, in 2024, our security team was able to take down more than 200 of these online sites and online platform accounts in coordination with the lawful authorities. And we are also very much in coordination with the CICC and the PNP ACG to make sure that all of these sites are not using our logo and our facilities illegally.
Mr. Chairman, one question to our e-wallets. You know, when an e-wallet is applied, there's basic information that is given, age, et cetera. So, para to prevent students, people below 21 years old from entering this or using your sites or using your e-wallets for payments, because I know there are kids, students that have e-wallets, Paymaya or GCash. Dapat automatic siguro yan. Pag ginamit nila sa bayad, is it automatic already? You have this mechanism that do not allow them to play in these online gaming sites? Maybe we get at least an official answer from both.
Yes, sir. Yung GCash po, hindi pinahintulutan yung mga minors natin mag-top up sa gaming wallets. In fact, yung from the ages 7 to 17, hindi po nila nakikita yung gaming icon noon nung hindi pa dinidilink po yung link sa mga gaming sites. For ages between 18 and 20, may gaming icon kaya lang hindi sila pinapayagang mag-top up doon sa gaming wallets nila.
What is the law ba, Mr. Chairman? Diba, is the law 21 years old? PAGCOR, you allow only 21 years old, diba?
Yes, sir. 21 and above.
So that should be followed by both e-wallets.
Opo, yun po ang aming sinusunod. Pag 21 and over, pwede ho kayong mag-top up sa gaming wallet po.
Pero so meron na kayong mekanismo, both Paymaya and GCash, na pag 17 years old or 18 years old, even 19 years old, hindi dapat sila makabayad na kanilang e-wallet in whatever form or whatever group of online gambling.
Opo, meron po kami.
Can I confirm also for the record with Paymaya?
That is correct, Mr. Chair. As part of our due diligence process, we have a KYC mechanism that weeds out ineligible account holders.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you, Senator Mix. Go ahead, Senator Ontiveros, your turn to ask your second round of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Bago ko balikan yung GCash at saka Paymaya, balikan ko muna po yung PAGCOR, Attorney Jessa Maris. Just to continue yung kanina, no, yung punto po, yung punto ko rin talaga kanina, may kapangyarihan ang PAGCOR. May kapangyarihan kayo na i-control ang modes ng account funding. Particular kung paano mag-cash in at paano mag-cash out. Sa pag-regulate niyan, may value judgment ang PAGCOR. Similar sa tanong ko kanina sa e-wallets, value judgment. May value judgment din ang PAGCOR sa pag-regulate niyan. Kaya ninyong ipagbawal ang paggamit ng e-wallets na mas kalat ang gamit sa karaniwang tao. Yung e-wallets na apektado, yung karaniwang tao na apektado sa pinsala ng online gambling. Bakit ayaw nyong gawin? So ma'am, kagaya po ng nasabi ko kanina, sa ngayon po, ito po yung mga platforms na, kasi po ayon po sa rules and regulations po ng PAGCOR ngayon, pinapayagan po ang mga BSP supervised or BSP regulated platforms para po sa cash in and cash out. So yun po yung sinusunod po namin ngayon. So with regard po to your recommendation, pag-aaralan po namin ito, pero po sa tanong niyo po kung bakit po pinapayagan pa natin ito, because we are still subscribing to the view na ito po, kasama po itong mga payment platforms na to sa mga BSP supervised and regulated entities na regulated entities po. Well, ang punto ko lang dyan, Attorney Jessa Maris, nakapagkilos ang PAGCOR proactively in the past, no? Vis-a-vis yung paggamit ng credit cards, vis-a-vis yung pagpapamigrate di umano ng mga illegal, papuntang legal, pagpapababa ng fees, percentages of gross gaming revenue. So surely, pwede kayong at dapat, tingin ko lamang Mr. Chair, dapat mas proactive pa kayo dito sa pagpigil ng harms ng online gambling, whether gamit ang e-wallets or iba pang issue dyan. So, speaking of which, Mr. Chair, balikan ko po yung mga e-wallet, so GCash and Paymaya. So, kanina natigil ako dun sa, do you see this as a problem, no? Yung pwedeng magtaya ng hanggang kalahating milyong piso. So, kung sakali, papayag po ba kayo na i-delink na din kayo o ipagbawal mag-cash in, ipagbawal mag-cash out sa mga online gambling apps? Yes, GCash, Mr. Chair.
Ma'am, pag mayroon pong regulasyon na ganyan, kami ay may susunod po sa kautusan ng ating gobyerno.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. And Paymaya?
We will comply with the directives, Mr. Chair, of the BSP on this matter. So if they issue something related to this, we will follow.
And if Congress passes a law to this effect?
Absolutely, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, backtrack lang ng konti. Kailan po nagsimula? Kailan nagsimula yung paglilink sa app ninyo ng online gambling? Paymaya?
To the best of my knowledge, Mr. Chair, this was sometime in 2022.
So 3 years ago. And the GCash?
More or less, Your Honor, the same, 2022 po.
So 2022. At kailan naman po nagsimula na pwedeng gamitin ang apps ninyo para mag-cash in at para mag-cash out sa online gambling?
I believe, Mr. Chair, around the same time.
So around the same time for Paymaya and then GCash.
Around the same time, Your Honor.
Okay, so around the same time. So mula sa simula, kompleto na yun. Pwede silang magtaya sa online gambling gamit ang e-wallets nyo. Pwede rin silang mag-cash in, cash out on. Nung magsimula, so 2022, na-link ang GCash at Paymaya sa e-sugal, magkanong kinita
mula nung 2022, magkanong kinita nyo sa online gambling? Isama na po natin yung placement fees sa app, pati na po transfer fees. Yes, GCash.
To be honest, Your Honor, we don't have the exact figure right now, but we commit to submit it to the committee, Your Honor.
Thank you. Would it be in the tens of billions of pesos?
I am not sure, Your Honor.
And Paymaya?
The same, Mr. Chair, we can submit to the committee. We don't have the figures with us at the moment.
Would it be in the magnitude of tens of billions of pesos?
I would not know, Mr. Chair.
So, Mr. Chair, we will await that submission from both Paymaya and GCash. And then, sirs, Mr. Chair, napansin po namin sa mga apps ninyo, mayroon, nabanggit ko rin po ito kanina, kaugnay ng PAGCOR, tsaka Bangko Sentral, mayroon na ring online lending sa apps ninyo. So, posible ba na yung i-cash in mo sa GCash or sa Paymaya para sa online gambling ay galing rin sa loan mo sa Paymaya at sa GCash? Posible po ba yon? Yes, GCash.
Ma'am, yung GCash po, hindi po nagpapahiram o nagpapautang para pansugal ng mga customers. Ang disenyo po ng aming pagpapahiram ay towards the financial inclusion goal ng GCash para makatulungan yung nakakaraming Pilipino na kailangan ng assistance ng kagaya naming mga financial institutions.
But of course po dahil kumbaga in-house na pareho yung makapagtaya sila sa online gambling and makapag-loan sila. Kumbaga pwedeng one-stop shop na ang GCash o ang Paymaya para sa parehong actions ng subscriber nyo.
Hindi po, Your Honor, kasi yung loan, hindi po part ng gaming journey. Wala po yun doon sa button ng gaming entity.
No, wala sa pondo ng gaming entity. Pero kung ako, Globe subscriber, then kung magka-GCash ako, then kung nag-online sugal ako, posibleng mag-loan ako sa GCash and then gamitin ko yung niloan kong iyon para tumaya sa online gambling. Di ba posible po yun?
Yung produkto po namin, yung G-Save, G-Credit at saka G-Gives, hindi po eligible yan for top-up transactions. Yung G-Loan naman ay diretso pumupunta sa wallet ng aming customers. And hindi po yan kaagad-agad na nabibigay o na-aprobahan yung application for G-Loan kasi may mga eligibility requirements po.
Yes, sir. But kapag nag-G-loan ako, syempre makukumingle na yan sa pera na I have on hand bilang nag-G-loan. And then kahit nag-accumulate ako ng small loans every day, kasi alam ko sa susunod na linggo, susugal ako. So it is in the realm of the possible, di po ba? Ang niloan sa G-loan ay pwedeng itaya sa online sugal.
Posible po yan.
Yes, that's all I was
nasa
asking.
control po ng
Posible po.
customer namin yan. Kaya lang yung disenyo po namin ay makatulong sa nakakaraming Pilipino.
Yes, nasa control ng individual who must be aided by government and the private sector makaiwas dun sa harms ng online gambling. Sa Maya po, posible din po ba yon? Ang i-loan nila sa inyo ay maitaya din po nila sa online gambling?
Mr. Chair, as a principle, we would not allow use of loan proceeds for online gambling, and to stress that online lending on our side is highly regulated by the BSP. Furthermore, we use strict data-driven underwriting processes to ensure that only those who have a credit-worthy standing can indeed take out a loan. And if in a scenario wherein they were able to take out a loan and they used these proceeds for abusive activities, we have a mechanism also to detect that this is being used for that purpose, and they will not be either they're fully prohibited from taking out any further loans, or their credit standing is severely curtailed to prevent them from using it in the future.
And you have these safeguards dahil posible nga nang i-loan sa Maya ay itaya nung parehong individual na yon sa online gambling.
To protect the consumer, ma'am, from possible abuse of loans.
Because that abuse of their loans is possible.
It's correct, Madam Chair.
So, kasi nga, ang dinadrive kong point po ay kung walang controls, not just from government, but from the e-wallets yourselves, hindi ba nalulubog lang nga sa utang ang mga users nyo kung ganito? Hindi lang nalululong sa online gambling, pero to feed the gambling addiction or the gambling obsession, pati sa utang ay nalulubog. Hindi po ba? Posible po yon, hindi po ba?
Yes, that is the behavior, precisely behavior, Mr. Chair, that we want to prevent, Mr. Chair.
And we too, Mr. Chair, Paymaya. And GCash?
Tama po yun. Yung abusive behavior ang dapat namin i-flag.
Okay, salamat po. Not just flag, I think prevent from the get-go. Kasi may mga capacities pa yung mga platforms ninyo, the same way I'm asking PAGCOR and the same way Bangko Sentral, to prevent the abusive behaviors having a space at all on your platforms, whether from the individuals or lalo na yung mga online gambling platforms. Now, how many users does your app have now? GCash?
We will verify our records, Your Honor. I don't have the figure right now.
It would help, sir, Mr. Chair, if you could verify that during this hearing. And Paymaya?
We'll look for the exact number and we will submit it to the committee, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please. If you could submit it during the hearing, tulong po yun. Could you give us data on what percentage of your users clicked on online gambling links in your app? Ilang tao po ba yon? Globe? I mean, GCash?
As we have requested, Senator Subiri, for us to submit in writing, we will, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Paymaya?
It will form part of the submission as well, Mr. Chair.
Salamat. It sounds like hindi masasubmit ngayong hearing, Mr. Chair. Pero kung kayang any pieces of this information during the hearing, makakatulong po para mas directed po yung mga tanong at mas ngayon pa lang matutulungan na kami magbuo ng mga rekomendasyon. Meron po ba kayong general profile ng mga GCash users na ito, ng mga Paymaya users na ito? Halimbawa, age range, gender, average value ng account activity?
That will be part of our submission just to avoid contradicting our previous submissions to other relevant national government agencies.
Salamat, GCash. And Paymaya?
The same, Mr. Chair.
Alright. Siguro very important sa amin yung age range. Kasi everyone around the table has said ayaw natin na yung mga bata. And they historically have been ay biniktima, nalulure na maging online gamblers. Saka yun ding average value ng account activity, lalo na't concerned po kami dun sa saan mapupunta yung kakarampot na ngang minimum wage na mga arawang manggagawang Pilipino kaugnay ng online gambling. Magkano po ang madalas na taya sa mga platforms nyo? Yes, GCash.
We do not have visibility on kung magkano ang itinataya ng mga customers namin na naglalaro doon sa gaming platform. Yun.
I'm beginning to think, Mr. Chair, na baka kailangan mag-develop ng technology for all the stakeholders na magkakaroon ng mas maraming compliances at accountabilities, bunga hopefully ng committee report ng aming komite to include the e-wallets having visibility on this. Paymaya?
Mr. Chair, to reiterate, again, as a cash-in platform, we have no visibility over how much is used to play online gambling. The only visibility we have is how much is topped up.
Salamat. What about, ilan po sa mga nag-access ng online gambling sa GCash at Maya ay nag-access din ng utang sa GCash at Maya? Yes, GCash.
Same request, Your Honor. We will commit to submit the same to the committee, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Maya?
We will do the same, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please. Lalo na't dahil yung isang line of questioning namin ay, di ba, paano ma-disincentivize na hindi lang malulong sa online gambling pero mabaon lalo sa utang dahil ginagamit pala ang pag-uutang sa platforms nyo para mag-online gambling. Perhaps last question for the e-wallets in this hearing. Can you confirm if online gambling operators are registered as account holders in your app? Yes, GCash.
They have merchant wallets, Your Honor.
They have merchant wallets, so they're considered as account holders
In that sense, Your Honor.
in that sense. Maya?
Yes, Mr. Chair, they're classified as merchant accounts for us.
Okay, merchant account holders. So they are account holders too. Paano nyo po binivet yung business accounts nila? Maya?
Mr. Chair, we vet it with a list of licensed providers given by the PAGCOR, and then we ask them to submit a list of documents that would certify their legitimate business operations in the Philippines. And then from there, we establish that relationship as a merchant account with these gambling operators.
And
On the part of GCash, Your Honor, yung gaming industry kasi being a high-risk industry, ay sumusunod sa increased due diligence or enhanced customer due diligence. Hindi lang po lisensya ang tinitingnan namin, pati mga dokumento that will establish their legal existence, their operational structure, and the ultimate beneficial owner of the entity, Your Honor.
Salamat. Oh, the beneficial owner, Mr. Chair, that's a very interesting question. Maybe I'll pursue that in the next hearing of vis-a-vis the gambling platforms. Perhaps last question for this round because I'm down to my last minute. Tinanong na rin ito ni Chair kanina, but you may want to add to this, no? May reports po na kahit illegal online gambling, pwedeng gamitan ng GCash at Maya. Ano pong response nyo dyan, GCash?
Just like what I said, GCash has zero tolerance sa illegal activities. So, meron ding pag meron kaming nakita na behavior na hindi sang-ayon sa risk profile ng customer, ay sinususpendiho namin kaagad.
And Maya.
To reiterate, Mr. Chair, we take security very seriously as well as the abusive use of our logo and brand. So in 2024, as we shared previously, we were able to take down more than 200 of these illegal accounts and sites in coordination with our partners in law enforcement. So we will continue to do so as we see these illegal sites using our logo and brand.
Salamat, Mr. Chair, and I look forward na bukod sa pag-take down sa mga so-called illegal sites, mag-cooperate yung mga e-wallets sa at the very least, mas mahigpit na regulation sa online gambling. Maybe in my last few seconds for this round, Mr. Chair, tanungin ko ang Bridges of Hope. Oo, si Mr. Calieja. Kasi you started sharing with us earlier, sir, a very compelling opening statement. So WHO itself, the American Psychological Association, many other experts have also identified gambling disorder as a mental health issue. So sa tingin po ninyo, may sapat na bang appreciation yung ating bansa sa problema ng online gambling bilang public health concern? Na yun po yung diin talaga nung panukala ko, sir, for strict regulation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Ma'am Risa. In the Philippines, there is no concrete framework for responsible gambling. We hear about it a lot, that it's important that people should treat it responsibly or gamble responsibly. But as far as I know, there is no concrete framework for responsible gambling in the Philippines. There are these short snippets at the end of advertisements or, by the way, gamble responsibly, but there is no concrete framework for it.
So just at the outset, napakalaking policy gap and consciousness gap para talagang ma-appreciate natin yung harms ng online gambling addiction sa ating mga kababayan and should lead us paano sila mapoprotektahan at paano matutulungan. So I'll pursue that in my next round, Mr. Chair. Salamat po, Mr. Calleja.
Go ahead, Senator Meigs.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'd now like to direct my questions to on the issue on online lending apps. I'm thankful that the BSP is here. Is the SEC here as well? Nandito po yung SEC. Wala po si Chairman Francis Lim. Wala po siya. Okay. Medyo serious kasi to, Mr. Chairman, pagdating sa online lending apps. Kasi magkapatid yan eh, yung sugal tsaka yung utang. Di ba po? So, I was actually surprised to find out that online lending apps were under the jurisdiction of the SEC rather than the BSP. Kasi alam ko po, the BSP is very strict. When you come up with financial institutions or lending institutions, napakaigpit ng BSP. I know because I used to be the chairman of the Cooperatives Committee. And as chairman of the Cooperatives Committee, the cooperative banks that were under your also your supervision, talagang umiiyak sila sa dami ng requirements. Pero gusto ko yun. Kasi dahil maraming dating mga cooperative bank na mismanage yung pera, yung ginagamit for whatever purpose na hindi dapat sa guidelines ng BSP. So I'm happy that they're under your supervision para mabantayan. Because yung BSP, if I may say, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, the BSP is probably one of the best run agencies of government. Talagang yung credibility nyo is beyond reproach. At least yung mga tao dyan ay talagang sa tingin ko top-notch government workers. So, dito naman sa SEC, nagulat ako kung kaya ba nila na ma-monitor itong online lending apps. Kasi lahat po na nakakausap po namin na nagkakaroon po ng gambling addiction, pag naubos na po yung pera nila, mangutang sila. At ang pinakamabilis na pautang, hindi sa bangko. Very difficult mangutang sa bangko. Ang online lending apps. The legal online lending apps, they've actually approached me. There's a few that are legal. And they've given us the difficult requirements also set by them on policing their ranks on how much they can charge on interest, etc., etc. Pero karamihan dito sa mga online lending apps ay yung mga fly-by-night. Registered nga po sa inyo, pero meron talagang humihingi ng a high of 6% per week to a high also of 30% per month na interest rates. Namomonitor ba ng SEC ito? Isa-isa? Or pag na-register na, goodbye Philippines ka na, bahala ka na sa buhay mo? May I ask the SEC, please?
Mr. Chair, for the interest rates, as we know, the usury law is actually suspended, so there's no interest rate capping on loans offered by financing and lending companies. The only interest rate ceilings that we have right now is covered by MC3 series of 2022, which implements a BSP circular limiting the interest rate ceilings for certain loans. Those are usually covered by loans below 10,000 pesos or 4 months.
May i-clarify that? Ibig mo sabihin, wala po tayong cap. So, kung meron po kayong lending app or lending app na application, na grant nyo po yan, pwede po sila mag-charge up to 20% a week? Wala po pala tayong batas para dyan?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, yes po.
Oh my God, so mas grabe pa sa mafia ito.
Because
sa Yakuza.
Loan transactions are actually covered by the civil law. So basically, kung ano po yung pinag-usapan, pinagkasunduhan sa kontrata between the lender and the borrower, yun po yung nasusunod at present.
Unfortunately, ang problema dyan, marami sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na yung mga minimum wage earners, hindi po nila naintindihan yung fine print ng kontrata. Kaya nga yung bangko napaka-thorough eh. Yung bangko, maglo-loan ka sa bangko, talagang napakagrabe yung kailangan due diligence na dapat gawin nyo. Sa inyo pala, wala. You act like a bank. These online lending applications, parang bangko yan eh. Tapos pag hindi ka pa makabayad, grabe yung papahiyain ka. Tatanungin ko din sa Privacy Commission yan. and other government agencies, pwede ba gawin yun? Napapayain yung tao? Kasi as part of your loan agreement with the lending app, magbibigay ka ng 10 hanggang 20 tao, pati cellphone nila, para magiging witness, not witness, but parang guarantor eh. Pero hindi mo alam eh. Bibigay lang yung pangalan. Let's say, kung mag-apply ka, magbibigay ka ng pangalan. Bigla na lang magte-text kasi may staff ako, ganun. Araw-araw, hindi niya alam, binigay pala ng kaibigan niya yung pangalan at number niya. Araw-araw, tinetext siya, sabihin mo sa kaibigan mo, nakakahiya siya. Ano siya, magnanakaw, hindi nagbabayad ng utang. Ganun, it's a shame campaign. Hindi niyo ba ito napapansin? O wala bang nagre-report sa SEC nito?
We have received complaints on that, Mr. Chair. As for interest rates, currently the SEC is studying on the imposition of interest rate ceilings.
Yes, because there is jurisprudence on this. The Supreme Court noted in 2024 na 3% per month struck down as unconscionable. Sinabi ng Supreme Court yan, 3% a month. I guess this was maybe complaints from credit card owners. No? So nakalagay na, Supreme Court yan. We can get the exact Supreme Court, I think it's Medel versus CA. Itong 5% a month is voided as excessive and inquisious. And then another one was Castro versus Tan, 3% to 5% rates deemed unconscionable. Courts reduced to legal rates. And then another recent 2024 ruling, 3% a month was struck down as conscionable. Kaya ba ninyo yan na SEC na maglagay na po ng cap para dito?
We're currently studying it, Mr. Chair. But as for the cases that you've mentioned, as far as I know, for the court to actually rule on the unconscionability or on the high interest rates, I think a certain borrower would have to go to the court together with their loan documents and present it to the court.
Yes, ma'am, but the SEC is the regulator, di ba? SEC is the regulator, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. What you're trying to tell me as regulator, wala na po tayong magawa. Parang sa pangurakot, tapo na lang natin yung ballpen, drop the mic, and magnakaw na lang tayong lahat. Wala na tayong magagawa. You guys are the regulator, the SEC.
Mr. Chair, we're currently studying it also.
Every time you study it, there's a person hanging himself on the roof from the ceiling. Every time you're studying it, the delay every day because of this, ayoko na magmura kasi nagmura na kahapon si Senator Jinggoy, because of this abusive online lending apps. Yung mga legal, okay eh. Pwede nyo naman mamonitor yung legal. Pero sila na mismo lumapit sa akin yung legal at humingi ng tulong dahil hindi daw ninyo kayang i-regulate yung ibang fly-by-night na operators na nag-apply sa inyo. Maybe you should do a review, an audit dito sa mga kumpanyang ito na binigyan nyo ng permit.
Madagdagan ko lang, Majority Leader Migs. Oo nga po, marami yung reklamo sa opisina po namin na pag naningil, sobra-sobra napakabastos papahiyain. Wala ho tayong ways to prevent this. Not only SEC, Central Bank, wala ho ba? It's beyond your control. Yung pag naningil, talagang papahiyain ka. Sasabihin, may kaibigan mo, sinabi, anak ka sa labas, etc. I mean, utang lang po yun. Utang na 2,000 piso, pinapahiya. Wala ho tayong mga regulation, I mean, and harassment to stop these people, this company. Iasa lang ho natin na sa cyberbullying. Dapat po, tanggalan ho na lisensya yung mga lending institutions na ganun. Di po ba? Dapat may mga ganun. Central Bank, SEC. Ano ho?
Mr. Chair, the universe of lending companies online and otherwise may be divided into two, those supervised by the BSP and those supervised by the SEC. So for those supervised by the BSP, we have a circular regulating the market conduct or the practices of the lending companies in terms of collection and customer engagement. So hindi ho namin pinapayagan yung mga ganong methods that harass the borrowers, no? So meron naman ho silang recourse pag hindi makabayad, but not not to resort to those kind of market conduct, Mr. Chair.
SEC, so ang central bank, meron kayo, wala po kayong safety nets para po dun sa mga borrowers na maaring natanggal sa trabaho, hindi ka agad nakabayad o nagkasakit, yung pambayad niya ginamit mo na pampa-hospital o pang-enroll. Wala ho kayong ganon, SEC?
Mr. Chair, we have a circular on unfair debt collection practices. That's MC 18, series of 2019, and it's also incorporated with the SEC Rules and Regulations for Financial Products and Services Consumer Protection Act.
But what does it say? Can you give me a rundown or a gist of that circular?
Basically, Mr. Chair, ang sinasabi po ng circular, yung mga certain acts na abusive collection practices, pinagbabawal po yun. For example po, yung pagmumura habang nangungulekta, yung pagtitreaten po sa buhay ng mga tao habang nangungulekta, yung mga usual po na...
Yung pagpapahiya, nasasabihin, ikaw anak ka sa labas o ikaw hindi walang kwenta ka, tatay mo, magulang mo sa kulungan. O,
Kasama din po yun.
ano hong penalties noon?
Ang penalties po, Mr. Chair, is that we can actually impose monetary penalty or also revoke their certificates of registration and also their certificates of authority to operate as a lending or financing company.
Mr. Chairman, tatanong ko lang, meron na ba kayo naparusahan?
Meron na
At
po.
ilan? Please give to the committee baka isa lang, dalawa, sa dami pong, may we know lang how many are registered with you, online lending apps po?
For online lending apps, there are around 108 financing and lending companies that have a total of 168 online lending platforms.
168 online lending platforms. Please submit to us the list of these online lending platforms, yung mga, at saka yung mga sino ba mga may-ari nitong mga online lending platforms na ito. Kasi ang nangyayari po, parang loan shark ang dating eh. Yung tipo, kung hindi ka magbabayad, bubugbugin ka pag makita ka namin. Di ba? Parang ganun ang dating eh. I would say, Mr. Chairman, if we pass legislation, if we're going to really, bottom line, kung hindi po mababan at ang gusto po ng gobyerno ay highly regulated, ayaw naman po natin mabito ito. At pag naging highly regulated po siya, I would suggest that let's give it to the BSP. Let's transfer the responsibility of that from the SEC. Kasi yung SEC, hindi nga na, with due respect, medyo mahirapan nga yung SEC para mag-clean up ng corporations with illicit trade. Diba? That's where we go to get our details when we have investigations on illicit trade. Hirap na hirap din silang ma-regulate yun. So maybe what we should do is let SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, concentrate on corporations and let's give the lending the lending yung lending regulator to the BSP kasi sila talagang expert tsaka mabilis gumalaw ang BSP. I know because I think the BSP monitors Paymaya and GCash, di ba? So mas maganda yun. Ang ginagawa nila sa GCash at Paymaya na may highly regulated, they can make also bantay itong mga online lending apps, Mr. Chairman. I would suggest that in our committee report that the BSP take over. Kasi this has nothing to do with gambling, but although we're going to come up with legislation for gambling, isama na natin in the same bill yung online lending apps para may pasok din natin po yung issue na ito.
Makasingit lang, Senator Mix. Meron ho ba kayo? Do you have a hotline for where customers, where consumers can report yung abusive behavior ng mga lending companies? Meron po ba kayo, SEC?
Yes, Mr. Chair, nakapost din po sa website.
Nakapost sa website nila kung saan sila pwedeng tumawag.
Yes po, may sarili pong iMessage portal for complaints po against financing and lending companies.
And gaano ka bilis ninyo na-actionan? For example, somebody will call your office or will complain through email na hinaharas na siya at na pinapahiya siya. How quick do you react?
If by call po, parang ASAP po. Kapag by email po, usually within 2 days po na-actionan po kaagad.
All right. What about central bank? How do you react or how quick do you take action?
That's immediate, Your Honor, because we have an online bot we call BSP Online Buddy. So apart from coursing your complaints through the usual channels, email, call, there's that bot that users can use to log their complaints, and that immediately gets to our server. And the action that we take is to acknowledge it and also to direct the concerned financial institution to respond. And we monitor there's a certain number of days they're allowed to respond. And if the response is not satisfactory to the customer, then they can raise that for the next level, which is a mediation. And hopefully ma-resolve na doon. Otherwise, the customer can choose to elevate it to adjudication. And there, the BSP decides who's right or wrong.
Last two questions na po, Chairman. Dito sa Know Your Customer policy of lending apps, I was informed that government-issued identification cards are processed by artificial intelligence. 5 to 10 minutes lang ang approval. 5 to 10 minutes lang ang approval daw nitong online lending apps. Parang kaya napaka-accessible nito at maraming na hindi nakakaisip dun sa mga fine print ika nga sa nilalagay. Baka hindi pa nga nila alam gano'ng kataas ang interest rates na babayaran nila. Hindi lang buwan-buwan, linggo-linggo. And so I want to ask, there was about 86 in June 25, it was reported that 86 victims filed complaints with the PAOK on intensifying its crackdown on abusive online lending platforms. Meron na bang, according to the PAOCC, which is the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, it's handling about 150 similar complaints. And it expects the number to rise, rather, as more victims come forward. Sino po itong mga online lending platforms na ito, SEC? Meron po kayong mga listahan nitong mga complaints? Or listahan ng mga kinomplain ng mga biktimang ito?
We will just submit it to this committee, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, because are you working with the PA at the PAOK or hindi nyo alam ito, nalaman nyo lang na yun?
We're actually coordinating with the PAOK, but when we take a look at initial evaluation of the complaints, we can see that one borrower will complain about several of financing and lending institutions. So mahirap pong i-reconciliate kung sino po talaga yung nirereklamo nila. So
But with these
kailangan po ng
complaints,
additional-
meron ba kayong tinitake down na online lending platform?
May mga na-take down na po kami.
Kailangan ko din yung listahan na malaman namin kung ilan, kung epektibo ba yung inyong regulatory, as a regulatory body, kanyang regulation. Please
Okay.
submit to the committee
We will include
as
that,
soon as
Mr. Chair.
possible. My last question, Mr. Chairman, is that the BSP limits or puts a cap, or not limits, or rather puts a minimum amount of capitalization for banks and financial institutions. For example, yung cooperative bank is between 10 million to 200 million. Yung thrift bank po is minimum capital requirement is 200 million to 2 billion. Kung bumaba yun sa capitalization requirement, they fine, di ba? Heavy penalty, you close the bank. You close the financial institution. Pero apparently, dito po sa lending corporations, minimum paid-in requirement lang, Mr. Chairman, is 1 million pesos. So, does the 1 million peso minimum requirement apply to lending companies? Is that your regulation? Okay lang yung 1 million paid up capital?
Actually, Mr. Chair, for the Lending Company Regulation Act, 2007 pa po siya na issue, and for the Financing Company Act, 1998 pa po. So currently, the SEC is studying to revise this special laws governing financing and lending companies.
So, you agree that we need to update that law?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, it's also high time, Mr. Chairman, that we increase the minimum capital requirement provided under that Republic Act 9474. Matagal na pala, 2007. So yun lang, Mr. Chairman, and I'd like to thank the good chair for taking this up. I hope that they can submit all the details and the data we requested from Paymaya, GCash. I know your heart is in the right place, pero empleyado lang po kayo, di ba? So you're just following orders from the top, but I'm sure it pains you to find out all these things that are happening. Yung nanonood nga si Kulas na yun, kaibigan ko sa Becoming Filipino. And he was telling me nga that it saddens him yung nakikita niya yung jeepney driver habang nagpapasada, natatalo sa kanyang online gambling platform, na kumukuha ng pasada, natatalo, kukuha ng pasada, natatalo. Walang maiuwi sa taong bayan. If you want our country to really grow as a nation, we can't have this, for me, this illicit activity of gambling, this immoral activity of gambling prevail as our number one resource for funding for our nation. Talagang it cannot be.
I think.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Maraming salamat.
Majority Leader, I think that was already addressed yung problema ni Mr. Colas na nakita niya yung driver because dati ay hindi mo na kailangan ng data because of these e-wallets. Pero nung inalis po sa e-wallets yan, what I have heard and I found out, medyo nahihirapan na yung mga kababayan natin na magsugal without data. So karamihan sa kanila, hindi nakakapagsugal na.
Okay. So, what do you mean, Your Honor? Pag prepaid, hindi pwede?
What I know, nung inalis na ng e-wallets, tama po ba? Nabawasan na kasi nawala na yung scatter. Yung scatter kasi pinakasikat na sugal noon eh.
Ang alam ko kasi, Chairman, pinacheck ko sa staff ko eh. All they have to do is register sa online app na ng sugal. For
Yeah,
example,
online,
yung-
so
Opo.
kailangan mo na ng data. Otherwise,
O, yung platform.
dati, wala, hindi mo na kailangan. Nasa jeep ka, nasa ilalim ka ng tulay, kahit saan ka. Kahit sa CR, pwede ka mag-scatter. Eh.
Opo, pero yung data, I think it's Mr. Chairman eh. Yung prepaid, may data pa rin sila eh.
Exactly, maubos yung kung prepaid yun, maubos.
Opo, pero pag addicted po kayo, Mr. Chairman, ganun talaga. Ang gusto ko sana mangyari, Mr. Chairman, sa final point, is let's remove GCash and PayMaya all together, even in their platforms. Now, ang gusto ko sana, kung mag-highly regulate po tayo, hindi po tayo, talagang ayaw po ng gobyerno na iban, ang gawin natin, they have to go to a certain place to purchase, parang PCSO, when you're buying sweepstakes. You go to an area to buy that, and actually, si Sir Altenco mismo nagsabi niyan. He suggested it parang card. And you can use PayMaya and GCash to pay for that. Walang problema. Pero physical na yung buying station para makita nila na hindi pala ito estudyante, hindi pala ito bata.
Parang yung mga card dati pang nag-load, di ba?
Opo,
Pay
opo.
card.
Parang ganun siguro.
Kakaskasin mo.
Yes.
Na 1,000, 500.
Yes. Opo.
Tama.
Sana ganun po ang mangyari. At hindi na po muna, dapat matanggal na po yan sa gambling apps itong e-wallets. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Senator Miguez. I just want to remind everybody that this session hall will be used at around 3 o'clock. So we'll wind down at around 2 p.m. this afternoon. So that's about an hour and a half. So we'll just be quick. Next to social media po tayo. Meron po bang presentation ng Meta, TikTok, Google? Because of the fact, lumipat na po sila lahat doon ngayon sa inyo, yung mga sugal-sugal na ito, at yung mga advertisements na naiinganyo po yung mga tao. So, unahin po natin ang Meta. Do you have any presentation? What have you done? I mean, of course, I'm sure merong tayong social responsibility. Meta, may mga pasabi-sabi pa kayo ng mga bulletin na violation ng bulletin board ninyo. So, no representation from Meta. Committee Secretary, was Meta invited?
But they send a regret letter.
They will what?
They send a regret letter.
Oh,
but
what
they
was-
are supportive of the bills. They have an email.
Oh, they have an email?
Yeah.
Was it a good explanation? Can you furnish this
Yes, sir.
representation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If that's acceptable, because importante sila dito. Kasi may nakikita po ako, Senator Risa, at saka mga kasama, na meron pong, lalo sa Meta, pinagmamayabang niya pa na yung puhunan niya ay 1,000, tapos naging 15,000 dahil sa nagsugal siya nito. Imagine that. Parang binubuyo mo yung taong bayan. So, I don't know. I guess we need to have that person. I don't know how will we do this. Committee Secretary. Oo. I want an attendance request for an attendance of Meta here next hearing?
It's the letter from Meta. Dated September 15, 2025, Honorable Erwin Tulfo, Chairman, Committee on Games and Amusement. This refers to the invitation extended by your esteemed office to attend the public hearing and inquiry on September 16. We sincerely thank Your Honor for the opportunity to participate in this important discussion. We commend the Senate's efforts in collaborating with different stakeholders to ensure the safety of everyone online. However, I would like to respectfully convey our regrets as Meta's relevant subject matter experts are based in Singapore and the United States and are currently unavailable due to prior commitments. Nevertheless, on behalf of Meta, we remain committed to support the legislative process and would appreciate the opportunity to meet separately with your office. This will allow our authorized representatives to present Meta's initiatives, policies, enforcement, and partnership with both government and non-government stakeholders to discuss Meta's existing policies on online gambling and real money gaming content. We will coordinate with your team to arrange a suitable time. Meta will also send its position
No,
paper.
Committee Secretary. Why are they dictating this committee kung kailan sila mag-attend? No. Ay kung ganyan pala, gusto pa nila, and I don't agree attendance. I don't know kung kailangan siguro isabina yung country representative nila. I mean, that's not an excuse na in their own time and in their own explanation. May problema sila ngayon nangunguna dito na nakita ko na may mga vlogger dyan na nagpo-post na sinasabi na nanalo siya. Parang inihikayat pa yung mga tao, yung mga viewers. And then sasabihin nila, they can't. Okay, nawala na nga, inalis na nga natin dito sa mga e-wallets, doon napunta sa kanila. And then may mga links sila doon na pwede kang magsugal and then they don't want to attend. So don't force me, Meta, na isabpina ko pa kayo because I know they have country. Who signed that letter?
The letter, Your Honor, was signed by Jenixon David, Public Policy Manager, Facebook Philippines Representative Office.
Well, by Philippines pala, though I want you to send, try to invite him again or his attendance. You tell him, I want his attendance here, otherwise I'll be forced to, this committee will be forced to send a subpoena for him.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Kaya, alam mo, yun na nga, isa sila sa mga may problema. And then sila, how in the hell you don't respect this committee? Kung wala ka respeto sa ibang committee, wag mong gawin dito. Ang daming kulungan niya sa ilalim, pwede kitang ilagak dyan. Ang kalukuhan yan. I mean, disrespect.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Suggestion, Mr. Chair, dun sa sulat ng chair sa Meta Philippines office, the chair may wish to consider issuing them a show cause order why they should not be subpoenaed.
Tama, Madam Chair. That's
Salamat,
what we're
Mr.
going to do. Exactly. To issue a show cause order why they should not be subpoenaed for not attending and for not complying with our request to attend. This is a hearing. We have a problem here, and this is a national problem. Hindi po ito problem na sa Metro Manila. Problem po ito ng mga tao. And imagine, Senator Riza, there's like 65% of Filipinos are hooked in online gambling. And that's what we're trying to find a solution right now. Are we going to stop this totally? Or we continue this through strict regulation? Kasi pag tinanggal mo naman, sabi ng PAGCOR, sabi ni BSP, sabi ng Department of Finance, mawawala ng kita. Eh, pambayad daw pala sa PhilHealth, sa UHC, sa Universal Healthcare natin. Pambayad sa mga sports natin, mga coaches, etc., mga staff. So we're trying to weigh here. Ipasara ba natin kung ako lang tatanay? Isara na natin itong kalokohan na ito. Tapos ngayon sasabihin mo na in your own time, hindi ka mag-attend at mag-meet kita na mag-isa? What the TikTok, do you have a presentation to make?
Mr. Chair, with your permission, we have a brief statement.
Please, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, good afternoon. I'm Yves Gonzalez, part of TikTok's public policy team. We are thankful for this opportunity to participate in this hearing and submit our position paper regarding the gambling-related bills and resolutions being tackled by this committee. TikTok is committed to keeping our Filipino community safe, and we always seek to comply with Philippine laws and regulations to ensure a secure and positive environment for users, creators, and advertisers. TikTok's policies on real money gambling ads follow strict compliance with local laws and regulations. In fact, our policies provide stricter rules in certain areas. As an example, while the law allows gambling ads to be shown to a person at least 21 years of age, at TikTok, our policies require that the person be at least 25 years of age. To answer a question posed by the committee in one of its letters to us, TikTok does not show real money gambling ads to users who are minors or to any user below the age of 25. Companies seeking permission to run gambling ads must provide certified proof that their gambling activities have the necessary licenses from PAGCOR. On the main TikTok app, our community guidelines prohibit the facilitation or marketing of gambling or gambling-like activities. We also do not allow minors to see content that glamorizes or makes positive statements about gambling. 99.5% of content that violates our gambling policies are removed proactively. While TikTok strictly complies with Philippine laws and regulations, we voluntarily paused real money gambling ads in the Philippines last August 22, 2025, in response to policy statements from President Marcos Jr. and DICT Secretary Henry Aguda. We understand that as of today, TikTok is the only platform to voluntarily pause such ads. In his August 20 statement posted on his social media pages, DICT Secretary Aguda noted, "Malaking bagay ito mga kababayan, ipinapakita nito na kahit ang malaking global platform ay handang makiisa sa ating adhikain na digital bayanihan." With that, Mr. Chairman, we will continue to work closely with this committee and our government partners to arrive at measures to address the concerns raised by various stakeholders. TikTok looks forward to answering the questions that this committee might have as we work to always be a part of the solution. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Gonzalez. Thank you for coming in and for answering our invitation. We go now to Google. Google, are you here?